Pupienus considered that more than rhetoric was needed. Specific proposals were required at this desperate pass. The Senate hated Maximinus for killing their friends and relatives, for the continual exactions to pay for the unwinnable northern wars. They loathed him for the lack of respect shown to their order. Since his elevation, he had never set foot in the Curia or even visited Rome. Ultimately, they despised him for not being one of them. When news came of the revolt of the Gordiani in Africa, it had seemed a God's-given salvation. The Senate had voted them the purple, had denied Maximinus and his son fire and water, had declared them enemies of Rome. The Senate had acted hastily. It had gambled, and it had lost. There was nothing for it now but to gamble again. One last throw of the dice. Elect a new emperor. A ravening tyrant is coming from the savage north. We must defend our families, our homes, the temples of our gods. We must stand in the ranks ourselves. To elect another tyrant in the hope that he will defend us from the one already approaching is insanity. The words irritated Pupienus. No candidate had yet been nominated. It was too early for personal invective, unless— Surely Gallicanus was not going to propose the mad scheme he had aired in Pupienus's house 3 years earlier, when the news had come that the Emperor Alexander had been murdered. Place a man above the laws, and he will become lawless. Power corrupts. Even should a man be found with the virtue to resist temptation, a man who would rule for others, not himself, history has shown that the heirs to his position will be tyrants, ruling for their own perverse pleasure. The small, philosophic coterie, led by Gallicanus's especial friend Maximinus, shook back the threadbare folds of their togas and applauded. The majority of the senators, all better apparelled, sat in silence. I am not suggesting anything new, anything foreign. The gods forbid we should institute a radical democracy. The Athenian past demonstrates how quickly such a constitution slides into mob rule. I do not even propose we senators take power, rule as an aristocracy. Every such state inevitably has been deformed into an oligarchy, where a few rich men trample down their fellow citizens. No! I argue we should return to our ancestral government. Rome became great under a free republic. Every order of men knew their duties and their place. The consuls embodied the monarchic element, the Senate the aristocratic, the assemblies of the people the democratic. All was balanced in harmony. As a republic, Rome defeated Hannibal. As a republic, Rome will defeat Maximinus. We have already elected a board of 20 men to prosecute the war. We have no need of an emperor, no need to set the boots of an autocrat over our heads. Conscript fathers, we need do nothing to restore the republic. The providence of the gods who watch over Rome has made the republic live again. Let us seize our liberty. Let libertas be our watchword. Gallicanus, archaic probity personified, glared defiance at the unmoved, togat benches. Maximinus came forward and put his arms around the shoulders of his amicus, said something soft in his ear. Gallicanus smiled, no longer a barking, cynic dog, but, despite his more than 40 years, an unsure youth seeking approbation. Pupienus was mildly surprised when Fulvius Pius took the floor. Inoffensiveness, not ability, had seen Pius rise to the consulship, then the board of 20. His career had been marked by neither independence of thought or action, nor much display of courage. Fine words for a lesson in philosophy. Fine words to address 2 or 3 pupils. Utterly inappropriate to this august house. Since his election to the 20, not only had a certain initiative surfaced in Pius, but an unexpected asperity. I will not enter into a philosophical